Anybody I can talk to about it?
Just 1 second. I'll be right back.
So Angies List excluded us from advertising with them. And they pretty much says it's excluded provider. Not only us, but also ISDM liquidators who never advertise, never violate anything. Very, very needed service. Welcome back everyone to Roofing Insights. In this video, we're gonna expose the downfall of Angies List, the corruption, the ugly side. I'm gonna try to do my absolute best to stay as positive as I can. Unfortunately, when you get screwed and when you see other people in your industry getting screwed, hardworking guys who's trying to make a living and they go against this big giant, every once in a while, you have to make videos about scam alerts, about exposure kind of type content, and they're not easy to make. In this video, I'm gonna talk about facts more than I'll talk about my opinions. I'm gonna show you the real numbers, and I'll explain what happened to my company and how Angies List have kicked me out, all my companies, all my brands from Angies List. And to this day, we can't even get answer from Angies List without being referred to legal department. Legal department wouldn't talk to us. So it's my first video ever exposing Angies List. I've been very careful. I gave them a lot of time to make it right. And doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So I'm uploading it to YouTube. Watch to the end. A lot of people are asking, should you sign up for Angies List in 2019 if you have a service to offer? I would say stay away at all costs, and in this video I'll explain why. Thank you so much for coming. So one of the businesses that I started about 4 years ago called ISDM Liquidators. ISDM Liquidators is very small niche company. It's company that pretty much removes icicles in the wintertime. It's emergency service. When it happens, there's never enough people in town doing it. We have very expensive equipment. People always call in a high demand. They want service here and now. And what Angies List did this year, when we have absolute catastrophe in Minneapolis, when the roof were literally collapsing and leaking and ice dams were forming and was not enough people in town doing them. So what Angies List did, they pretty much excluded my company from their service. It just happened in February 20th, literally the busiest time of the year when traffic on Google and all the search engines went all the way up. Angies List looked at it and decided, well, yeah, decent company, we never have a problem with them. ISDM Liquidators never advertised with Angies List. We have good reviews, and what it says, this provider has been excluded from category and keywords search results. No additional information related to this exclusion is available at this time. At that time in February, I called Angies List. They pretty much told me it's discretion of Angies List. You have to talk to legal department. And I have suspicion that everything that's happening with my companies and Angies List is direct result of what I've been doing at Roofing Insights, exposing company who purchased Angies List, Home Advisor. But pretty much none of my businesses are now listed. You can I can show you my Storm Group roofing company. The same story, so pretty much it says non-payment of advertising, and I'll explain what that means. They would not take our money. We offer it many times. We pretty much call them and say, like, what not payment? How much we owe you? Can we make it right? Nope, it's not about money. It's not about payment. You just cannot advertise with us. Anyway, when you have two red lines on your profile anywhere in the searches these days, it's going to turn customer away. So it's costing us money, but do we really care about it? Probably not. We care about what's right and serving our customers. So let's go back to Storm Group Roofing, and I'll explain what have happened with that company, with that profile on Angies List. I personally have met Angie. I've been in Indianapolis in headquarters, and I've been a huge fan. And then right about the time where all the talks about Home Advisor purchase and Angies List starts happening, and we start doing Home Advisor scam alert videos exposing all the scams and frauds that Home Advisor was committing daily. we pretty much start putting YouTube content to prevent other contractors to sign up. Right around that time, we were paying Angies List $3,500 a month. I mean, think about it, $3,500. And what that was, when I signed up for that contract, when I was talking to Angies List representatives, so pretty much at that time, it was on the first page of Angies List, it was only 14 companies. So at that time, Angies List was selling this exclusivity 12 months contract. So you're talking about 12 months times 35. So it was like over $40,000 with all the discounts and stuff. It was coming to that. Originally it was like over 4,000. And they promised me that I'm going to be one of the 14 companies on the first page of Angies List. So it wasn't lead generation. You were not paying to play. You were not paying to get customer information like Home Advisor was doing it. So Home Advisor would take information from one client and send it to 5, or we have reports to 15 customers and charge all of them, all the contractors, fee anywhere from $40 to $120. Whether information is legit or it's not legit. Nobody can prove it, but that's business model for Home Advisor. Angies List were more of a Google search type of business model. So what they were doing, they would charge 14 companies to be on the first page, and they actually would tell me, like, Dmitry, we only have like one more company or some. I actually was on a waiting list to become one of the 14, and when somebody didn't renew, I jumped on board. And for almost 2 years, I was on the first page. And then right around 2017, the huge change happened. So we were getting, for this amount, we were getting 150 to 200 leads a month. If you're in marketing, if you own a roofing business or construction business, you know the value of 150 to 200 calls when people actually find you. And one of the reasons we're getting so many calls, because now we're on the first page of Angies List and we were one of the higher rating companies. So we were getting 300, 400, 500 reviews already. So more reviews than our biggest competitors. We keep getting 20, 25 reviews per month. We're doing a whole bunch of good stuff, selling leads, selling deals, selling coupons. Angies List loved us. It was a great marriage. I went to Angies List. I met Angie herself. I went to their conferences. I've been on a committee pretty much that was serving us like 3 or 4 times a year, pretty much telling Angies List how to do their business from contractor perspective, like meaning they would serve us for feedback, what contractors want to see. I was involved in that, like pretty much closed groups. One of the year, Angies List flew me to their office. It was only like 50 people of the entire country that they picked. They invited in closed rooms and they asked us a whole bunch of questions. A lot of people were paying, top dollars. And then August 2017, everything changes. At that time, I'm doing all of the Home Advisor content, all of my videos, and then all of a sudden, calls just dropped. I mean, you're talking about from 150 plus to like 30 calls per month. And granted, I'm still getting my $3,500 bill to my account every month. So it went for a couple of months, and in November, we looked in, and I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe it was August when pretty much Angies List downgraded our account from A to B overall. So you have all your reviews and Angies List, and at that time, my understanding with all the conversations, it's 14 companies that I'm paying for to be on the first page. So now they moved me from first page to second page without ever sending me email, call, or anything. So now Storm Group Roofing on Angies List has overall rated B. And if you're a marketer, you know the old joke about Google. If you kill somebody, where to bury them? Well, bury them on second page of Google. Nobody will find them. So the same goes here. If you ever want to be not found, just be on the second, third page. Like, people just don't go there. Wherever's in the first place, people think it's relevant to their search, whether it's Google, Bing, Facebook, whatever. Like, you just type in first results, they're most relevant. So here we start being and that I found that out from Angies List when I called them in November that year. I'm like, guys, what's going on? I'm still paying you $3,500. I should be on the first page. And at that time, they told me, Dmitry, you're on the second page and you're B. I'm like, okay, when did that happen? Well, it happened back in August, and I started asking them what triggered it. What happened that day? Did we get like one more F review and trigger? They couldn't tell me. They never have an answer. And then I went to my biggest competitor, Seller Roofing and Remodeling, and it's actually changed a little bit. But even today, with all of that, so here's our rating, and they were very close last August. So we had more A reviews. This is today's head-to-head comparison on Angie's list for Storm Group and my competitor Seller Roofing. Storm Group has 303 reviews, Seller has 292, so we have more A's. We have 30 B's, they have 27, very close, we just have 3 more B's. Then it gets interesting. We have 18C, they have 18C, even point. Then we have 24D, they have 29D. So your D's alone offsets your difference in B's. And then you have your F. We have 22, they have 46. Now, interesting about this, Angie's List also values and always been putting more weight in reviews when actually job was taking place, where money was exchanged and paid and stuff. 80% of our 22 F reviews, the work was never performed. We never took money. So this type of reviews is just, they've been late, the price was too high, that kind of stuff. 80% of Seller Roofing reviews are a nightmare experience. $30,000, $16,000, $8,000 jobs, gave them money a long time. So long story short, if you look from any reputable algorithm from companies who knows their reviews, like your Yelps, your Googles, your even Facebooks, they put more value in the real experience. So this is real experience, and some can argue this is a real experience, but this 22, I mean, for one, it's less than half. But despite the fact, you don't have to even be good at math. You just have to look at it and you're like, okay, obviously this is better company than this. But yet, on Angie's List, Seller Roofing has overall A grading, and we have B. So they have double more negative Fs than us. They have less A's, and yet somehow Angie's List is trying to convince me that no, this is not the case. So here's what I think is happening. And plus, somewhere there, Angie's List also changed their contract that I signed with them. They changed this 14 to 20 companies on the first page. So they pretty much told me now it's 20 companies. So think about this. Angie's List selling you first page on the placement for $3,500 a month, and then they have such a high demand that 14 is not enough. They have to extend it to 20, and then they take one of the 14 companies, put it on the second page, and sell all 20 to other companies, while still charging company on the second page full amount that they originally promised to be on the first page. So for me, it was a rip-off. I'm like, this is not what I signed up to. Can you explain to me why I'm on the second page? So they start saying, well, you're overall B company. You have to compete with the B companies on the second page and A companies in the first. I'm like, okay, who is the A company on the first page? This one? Well, I have better rating than it. So what really happened, guys, is Angies List pretty much picked up a war with me. At that point, we already started exposing Home Advisor. Home Advisor already was in and started making dramatic changes to Angies List. Changes not only to how they take money, and I know at least 10 really big players in the country who have been paying even more than I did, like 100,000, and none of them renewed. In 2018 now, so if you're watching this video to answer simple questions, should you advertise with them? Absolutely not. Don't take my word for it. I can give, or comment below and I'll comment you with the company or private message you with the companies who did not review. And I'm talking about companies who has up to 1,000 reviews on Angies List. They all drop out because Angies List went down the hill with all the changes. They pretty much needed to get rid of me. They wanted to punish me for my Home Advisor, I believe, my Home Advisor videos at Roofing Insights. Like, Ice Dam Liquidators, Storm Group Roofing had nothing to do with the Roofing Insights. But obviously I own all entities. So what they did to punish me, they're like, okay, he's paying us money. He has all these businesses. How about we ban him and we're not gonna show any of his companies on our searches, but we're still gonna take money from him. So they kept taking money while it was costing. I mean, think about it. If you're doing 150 inquiries per month and now it's 30, I'm losing a lot of money here while still paying 35. Like, you're screwing me. I mean, this is two-way street. I'm paying you money to advertise me. You're not advertising me, and you're still taking my money. I mean, something gives up. So please let me know in comments below, what do you think about this algorithm? Is it corrupt or is it legit? Let me know if you can find any tricky way to justify how any company, any algorithm can justify and say that this is better than this, besides being corrupt and besides manually overruling something. Pretty much, yep, better than this. I don't care. I don't care about facts. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about math. I mean, comment below. I'm just curious what other people, maybe I'm biased here. Maybe I just look, oh, this is my company. This is better. I mean, for me, math is math. You can't argue with math. Numbers don't lie. Say it all the time. Numbers don't lie. According to numbers, I'm a better company on Angie's List, and this is my corruption report. I'm gonna do the press release about it. I'm gonna spread the word about it. If this video helped you with your decision about Angie's List, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, maybe share it with a friend or on social media. I would highly appreciate it. Most likely, because Angie's List already sent it to legal department, probably gonna get sued sooner or later for exposing them. At this point, I don't care. They excluded me, kicked me out a long time ago. I'm not hot-headed right now. I took 6 months trying to figure it all out. And to this day, their legal department have never called me. Even my lawyer was involved and sent inquiries. So at this point, I'm out of options how to make it right with Angie's List, and I do it the only way I possibly can, which is publicly throwing it on YouTube, on social media, trying to, paint the picture what's really going on at the monster company as Angie's List is after Home Advisor acquisition. Hope, guys, it helps. Let me know what you think. Hope to hear from you soon. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't like it, subscribe anyway. It's free.